Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Arjun Chaudhary. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Friday, the 19th of June. Two men accused of murdering MQM founding leader held on Pakistan-Afghan border. India prepares to observe maiden International Yoga Day with gusto. And Bollywood set to heat up dance floor with ABCD 2. And now for all the details. Pakistani authorities have arrested two men suspected of being involved in the murder of Muttahida Qawami Movement founding leader Imran Farooq. The exiled leader was killed in 2010 by unidentified men in London.
The two men were suspected by the Scotland Yard for having direct involvement in the murder of Pakistani politician Imran Farooq. They were arrested by the Pakistan paramilitary on Thursday while trying to enter the country from Afghanistan through the Chaman border. The duo has been handed over to the Federal Investigation Agency for interrogation. Khalid Shamim and Mohsin Ali reportedly fled UK the same night Farooq was stabbed to death outside his London residence in 2010. The FIA said the two had affiliations to a political outfit but refused to disclose the name of the party. British investigators had suspected political motives and money laundering as reasons behind the murder. Farooq, who was one of the founding members of the MQM, had fled Pakistan in 1992 and was living in London ever since. The MQM, through a statement issued late on Thursday, claimed that the duo arrested by the police was not affiliated to the party.
Sri Lanka could soon recommence a Chinese-funded $1.4 billion Colombo Port City project, reports have claimed. The development comes after Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe proposed a complete environmental impact assessment by Central Environmental Authority to revive the project. The Lankan government had temporarily suspended the mega project in March, alleging that the previous government had breached local laws and sidelined environmental requirements. The new government had, however, assured China that the project would be resumed once issues were sorted out. The 233-hectare offshore city will have sport complexes, mini golf ground, housing and office complexes, luxury hotels and many other modern facilities. The recently held provincial elections in Pakistan's illegally occupied region of Gilgit-Baltistan was an eyewash, and it won't do any good to the people there. Exile activists have claimed. They also accused Pakistan of targeting nationalist leaders under the claim of fighting terrorism. A report.
The provincial elections in Gilgit-Baltistan were far from being fair, exiled Gilgit nationalist leader Abdul Hamid Khan has said. He further claimed that the political establishment in Islamabad only allowed its people to contest election while nationalist parties and candidates from Gilgit were kept out.
POK में जब भी इलेक्शन हुए, जो भी पाकिस्तान में हुकूमत बनी है, उसी के लोगों को वहाँ सिलेक्ट किया जाता है, इलेक्शन नहीं किया जाता है, नाम इलेक्शन का होता है, वोट मोट का ड्रामा होता है, उनको सिलेक्ट किया जाता है। गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में यही हुआ। गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में इलेक्शन के नाम पे सिलेक्शन हुआ है, ये इलेक्शन नहीं हुआ। दुनिया को दिखाने के लिए बाहर से भी एक दो लोगों को इन्होंने लाया, ठीक है, ताकि ये दिखाने के लिए यहाँ फेयर हुआ है। फेयर कोई इलेक्शन नहीं हुआ नहीं है। और आप लोकल जो इंडिजिनस लोग हैं, जो असल बाशिंदे हैं, उनकी पार्टी को आप इलेक्शन में नहीं लेने देते हैं, उनको आप सेडिशन चार्ज करते हैं, उनको आप टेररिस्ट चार्ज में आगे करते हैं, उनको अलाउ ही आप नहीं करते हैं।
Khan added that intimidation of local leaders and political parties is something that Islamabad has been doing for a long time.
2009 में इलेक्शन हुए। इलेक्शन से एक हफ्ता पहले बलोचिस्तान नेशनल फ्रंट के 3 कैंडिडेट्स को गिलगित में अरेस्ट किया। इलेक्शन से एक हफ्ता पहले अरेस्ट किया और बहुत सारे हमारे साथियों को उन्होंने पाकिस्तान वहाँ से भेज दिया, वापस भेज दिया, वहाँ नहीं वो जलसा जुलूस करने दिया। तो क्या ये फ्रीडम है? क्या ये डेमोक्रेसी है?
The Balochistan National Front had called for a boycott of the polls. It had also prepared a petition to be filed to the UN observers in Gilgit. However, BNF activists were detained by Pakistani authorities and charged with sedition. This happened even while it is clearly stated that the Pakistani law is not applicable in the occupied area of Gilgit-Baltistan.
तो हम पाकिस्तान के शहरी है ही नहीं गिलगित के लोग, तो सेडिशन नहीं लग सकता। दूसरा, उन पर टेररिस्ट एक्ट लगाया है। तो गिलगित-बल्तिस्तान में टेररिस्ट कोर्ट इन्होंने तो बनाया है, लेकिन उस टेररिस्ट कोर्ट में ट्रायल किसका हो रहा? पॉलिटिकल लोगों का।
Gilgit-Baltistan, which was earlier known as Northern Regions, was originally a part of the erstwhile princely state of India's Jammu and Kashmir. The Pakistan government has constantly come under criticism for using its army and secret agencies to target nationalist leaders and activists in Gilgit.
A Pakistani court on Friday issued a non-bailable arrest warrant against former President Pervez Musharraf in the case related to murder of Red Mosque cleric Ghazi Abdul Rashid. Rejecting the plea of the former army chief of seeking exemption from personal appearance, the court asked the police to arrest Musharraf and brief him for the next hearing. The case is in connection with the 2007 crackdown on the Al-Qaeda-linked Red Mosque in Islamabad, which led to the death of nearly 100 people, including one of the clerics there. Musharraf, who ruled Pakistan from 1999 to 2002, has been implicated in a number of cases, including high treason, murder of Baluch nationalist leader Akbar Bukti, and assassination of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. He is also the first army chief to face trial in a country that has been ruled by the military for more than half of its history. Ahead of the International Yoga Day, India is pulling all stops to ensure thorough arrangements for those intending to be part of the big event. The country aims at reviving its age-old fitness regime and promote it globally.
The Yoga Day seems to have taken over the minds and hearts of the residents of New Delhi. Being upbeat about observing the maiden International Yoga Day, thousands of school children, members of the armed forces, National Cadet Corps, government officials and yoga enthusiasts jointly carried out the full dress rehearsal at Rajpath on Friday. Over 40,000 people are expected to perform a 35-minute yoga demonstration at the national capital's ceremonial boulevard during the main event on Sunday. Practitioners lauded the medical benefits of yoga, which helps them in coping with day-to-day anxiety.
स्ट्रेस, काम का स्ट्रेस, अभी कंपटीशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, स्टडीज़ और इन सब को बैलेंस करने के लिए योगा इज़ रियली गुड. सो वो होता है तो उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए योगा.
The Delhi police has issued traffic advisory around the venue running between the Presidential Palace and the India Gate for Sunday. The United Nations, through a consensus resolution, declared June 21st as International Day of Yoga, after Prime Minister Narendra Modi called to commemorate the ancient practice at the UN General Assembly in December last year. Residents across the city are also taking to training sessions to promote yoga on the big day.
श्वासों के ऊपर हमारा कंट्रोल हो जाता है. जब आपका श्वासों पे कंट्रोल है तो आपका विचारों पे भी कंट्रोल हो जाता है, और विचारों पे कंट्रोल है तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं जीवन में. तो विचार ही हमारे अंदर नेगेटिविटी कभी नहीं आती, हमेशा पॉजिटिविटी बनी रहती है.
The federal and provincial governments all across India have also made extensive arrangements to promote yoga. People in other major cities are also preparing to propagate the ancient discipline in an effort to ensure success on June 21. From inmates of New Delhi's Tihar jail to differently abled students in northwestern Tripura and even transgenders in western Nagpur, over 100 million people are expected to perform yoga in more than 100,000 camps across the country. Officials from the Guinness World Records are also set to document the day as the largest yoga class and most nationalities participating in yoga lessons. 191 nations have already confirmed to observe the International Yoga Day alongside India.
Pakistan suspended cricketer Salman Butt has officially admitted to being involved in the 2010 spot fixing case. The Pakistan Cricket Board, or PCB, on Thursday released a written apology submitted by Butt in which he admitted to his offence in a bid to return to domestic cricket. This comes days after a senior PCB official said that unless Butt made a clear confession, his remaining 5 of the total of 10-year ban would not be revoked. The PCB is reported to have dispatched Butt's statement to the ICC for further proceedings. The admission will allow the former captain to return to the game in Pakistan under a revised anti-corruption code of the cricket's world governing body. But along with teammates Mohammad Asif and Mohammad Amir were indicted for being party in deliberately bowling 2 no-balls during a test match at Lord's in 2010. Pakistan is home to the world's second largest refugee population after Turkey, the UN has said. Most of these are Afghan migrants who are now facing eviction from their adopted home in Pakistan. But a group of Pakistani students has decided to show solidarity to those displaced ahead of the World Refugee Day.
The United Nations High Commission for Refugees, along with various government departments in Pakistan, organized a friendly cricket match in capital Islamabad. The game featured a team of Pakistani students on one side and the refugees from Afghanistan on the other. Much to the delight of the large crowd of Afghans who had turned up to cheer their side, the team of refugees won the match. The cricketers, however, said their dream was to play in front of their home crowd in Afghanistan someday.
If we play the cricket, the same cricket in our country, our own people will be there to encourage us. The momentum will be awesome, wonderful. If this moment will be in our Afghanistan.
The event also had various stalls displaying and selling handicraft and textile items from Afghanistan. Pakistan is home to an estimated 1.5 million Afghan refugees, and most of them have been living in the country for decades. However, following the Taliban attack on the Peshawar Army School in December, Pakistan had ordered the deportation of thousands of undocumented Afghan asylum seekers.
The fate of every Bollywood film is decided by its story and star cast. While some prefer boasting of big names, others comply with larger-than-life screenplay. But this weekend's release is set to make heroes out of real-life dancers. Take a look.
Music and dance are an integral part of Bollywood. But here is one film that takes both of these one notch higher. ABCD2 aims at matching steps for the cine fans and giving a dose of high adrenaline rush through pure dance forms. The film, directed by choreographer Remo D'Souza, incorporates real-life dancers alongside actors Varun Dhawan and Shraddha Kapoor.
Should I tell him or show him?
Dhawan and D'Souza took a back seat and let the performers from the film promote their latest at a high-octane event in Mumbai. Dancers Dharmesh, Raghav and Suresh, who play key roles in ABCD2, took the audience by storm by the jigs. Dhawan couldn't thank the trio any less for helping him get his steps right during the shooting of the film. He said they were the real heroes.
I just want to take this stage and tell all three of you thank you from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. And हम लोग हमेशा बोलते हैं ना कि मतलब हीरो को आगे खड़े रहो, हीरो को सेंटर में खड़े रहो, but honestly मेरे लिए ये हीरोज है, and I mean that.
ABCD2 is the second outing of Bollywood's first dance franchise. It is based on the real-life story of Indian dance troupe, The Fictitious Group, and its lead dancers Suresh and Vernon. Kapoor joined in Dhawan at another occasion which was equally high on dance moves. The duo, who is pairing up for the first time, also took to capital New Delhi to talk about the film. Kapoor said it was a journey from being non-dancers to getting to learn various dance forms.
डांस जो है हमारी फिल्म का मेन स्टार है, सुपरस्टार है. उसके बाद जो मैं कहूँगी स्टार्स है हमारी फिल्म के, वो है डांसर्स. मैं और वरुण बहुत लकी है कि हमें एक जगह मिली है इस फिल्म में, क्योंकि आई थिंक एक्टर्स को ऐसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ नहीं मिलते कि आपको 18 से 20 तक के डांस फॉर्म्स आप सीख सकते हो रेमो सर के डांसर्स से, जो हमारे गुरु थे और हमारे ये इंस्पिरेशन थे. तो आई फील लाइक हम दोनों बहुत लकी है.
Get ready for Vegas.
ABCD2 explores the real-life struggle of 4 choreographers from a Mumbai suburb who goes on to become the finalists on the World Hip Hop Dance Championship in Las Vegas.
एक आदमी के चले जाने से पूरा ग्रुप नहीं टूटता है. We dance to express, not to impress.
The film also stars Indian dancing legend Prabhu Deva along with actors Lauren Gottlieb and Prachi Shah.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. 2 men accused of murdering MQM founding leader held on Pakistan-Afghan border. India prepares to observe maiden International Yoga Day with gusto. And Bollywood set to heat up dance floor with ABCD2. Now, our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend and good night.